What's up, everybody? Good morning to you. Let's go through and talk about a little bit of the money side of the card business or the charity, however you want to look at it. I look at it as basically giving back to the hobby, and by a happy accident, it generates a little bit of money. So, just showing a little behind the scenes, also my business model and why uh, giving away cards for less than what I buy them for actually is going to work out in the long run. And let's get into it. Nice quick video. So just revenues. This is not gross or anything like that, but this is just shows that uh, after fees, after postage, after all that stuff, we're still steadily able to generate some money. Now, if you go to the expenses side, you can see that from the last dividend, we're actually down $800 this month, and that just is what it is. I did some things with my son, which was an investment in my eyes, uh, trying to show him things that are viable, try to tie him into things that he's interested in. We got some Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and we did a little indie trip. We had the Game Preserve, Magic the Gathering. We did some of that too. We did use eBay store credit this month, so uh, it wasn't a great deal by no means, but they give you some store credit. So I think got 100 envelopes for 253, which is great. Two and a half cents an envelope. We'll use them. I ship mainly in PWE, and I did the majority of it was this one, football cards, leveling up the quality. So make sure you're subscribed because we're going to be doing the allocation video maybe today. We'll see how I feel. I also have time next week coming up. Got some health issues, so taking some time out. Um, but I got some really cool stuff. Some Prism, Absolute. Um, I got Contenders, which I like. We got a bunch of sets, rookies and stars, a bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed. Um, but let's get into the passive side of things. And as you look at passive income, uh, I got rid of one straggler stock um, that I was holding on from a previous version of the account. So I'm just going to subtract that real quick. I'm looking at my statement here. It looks like grand total was 34.91. And it always throws us off by a penny because it takes it to a .05 and then rounds it up. But we'll just leave it looks like it's what we've been doing. So as we go through it and turn it into a visual representation so that you can see kind of what's going on, you can see that the exponential growth is freaking wild. We've already surpassed the previous year. The growth rate is key. Looks like about $6 out of 28. So a 21% increase month over month, and we put a lot of money into the passive side. Um, you'll notice that, I'll go ahead and put it in, but you'll notice 6. That's almost enough to cover the eBay store fee here, which is huge for me. Um, eBay takes 3 days to settle some money, but when their fee is due, they take it right away. They actually took it on the 1st. And usually you don't always see it in here. You'll see sometimes or smaller amounts, different amounts. It's because a lot of times sales counteract that, or I have some cash in the account. This time I did not. I did some refunds, had some issues. It's a lot of BS dealing with eBay in a store, but I really enjoy shipping cards out. We had a lot of cards go for awesome awesome value. You can also see down here, I was going to track Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon P&L because there's such a buzz around it, but it didn't take me very long to figure out uh, I'm just going to lose money like all the other ones. So these will probably be deleted. Um, but we're sneaking down, we keep talking about it every month as we check in, but I really want this number, which is the kind of the total wash after all the expenses and all the stuff. How are we doing? I want this number to start going down every month, and I think it will. I've got tons of cards, so I don't need to buy cards and all this stuff. And like I said, these here was just basically an investment into my son. So we'll see how that goes. Um, as the dividend increases through passive income, should be enough to overcoat the eBay fee. So should finally be to a above break even profitable. It'll take a while, probably. I don't know. Nobody knows. Just whenever the things sell, the money gets generated and moved through the system the way it does. Been a fun hobby for me, but as you can see, whether I sell anything or not, let's say I quit eBay today, um, I'm still going to get this money. So to me, that's the advantage of doing it the way I do. Obviously, it's not a traditional method where you look at a P&L and you get your profit margins and you protect those. But it's practice for the charity, and I look at it as giving away the cards. The customers definitely don't think about it that way, probably because they have to pay something. But without the infrastructure of eBay and the Postal Service, none of this is possible. So they're going to get their money. They are not doing a charity. They are definitely trying to make some money back. So I have to charge something uh, right now. But that's what we're looking at. The passive income is shooting through the moon. Eventually, that will buy all the cards, and then it's going to be a free for all. So make sure you follow the eBay store link below because it's going to get crazy. Because as soon as I open the cards, they'll just go for, they'll go for a penny, and that'll be it. So revenues starting to grow up. This one was a wild month where we had one card sold for $110. So that kind of skews the results here. But we're looking to break all-time highs again. Views on the eBay store are actually down, but sales conversion rate is up. So as I work to increase the quality of the listings and keep the price the same, conversion rate goes up. So that's what we have. Just a little check-in on the eBay store, how things are going. Um, another failure this month as far as how much money it quote unquote makes, loses, whatever. But I can't resist growing the business. I just keep throwing it right back in. So hopefully we'll see a turnaround in a month or two and start to slowly go the other way. That would be very nice. But if not, I'm having a blast. I hope you are too. If you're still here, make sure you leave me a like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. If you have an eBay store, uh, let me know down below. Is this helpful? How are you doing? Are you still pulling consistent money out? This store is, which is very surprising to me, but I'm glad it is because it allows me to help more people. So that's all we have. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Look forward to the allocation videos. Looks like we have football and baseball this month. And thank you to everybody that supports the channel by buying cards. It's a pretty cool hobby. Uh, and it's been a really good experience. So thank you all for that. Have an awesome weekend. Catch you in the next one.